this is what we're gonna be donating.
It's just the best book because it's just books everywhere. The first book activity that I thought we could do together was a huge book unhaul. I've actually never done this in my life. No, I've done it before, but a lot of the books on my shelf are books I read when I was like 12, 13, and I just haven't gotten rid of them because I have issues getting rid of books that I've read. I love keeping all of them, but to be honest, my shelf is so overly full, it just can't take anymore. I've got books at the top, a pile of books on my floor, and then each shelf is stacked like 2 deep. And then I have another shelf in another room that looks exactly like this. So I think it is time for a book unhaul. I've actually seen these recently online. I actually enjoy watching these better than a book haul for some reason. I think it just kind of feels satisfying. So I thought we could do that together, and then over the next week or so take them around to free street libraries and donate them so someone else can love them and have them, because it's not that I didn't enjoy these books, it's just that I just won't reread them, and so I know other people will get use out of it, and honestly it pains me. I don't even know where to begin because it's just books everywhere, so I think we might start up the top. I need to stand on my chair for this one. Okay, stack 1. Stack 2. I already don't want to get rid of any of them. So the stack that I'm holding now is a 6-part series called the Dragon Keeper series, and this was a 5-star series for me when I read it years ago, and I just don't want to get rid of it. But I won't be doing a reread, and I haven't really looked at them up on my shelf this whole time. I have this series. I've only got the first 2, the I Am 4 series by Pittacus Law, and this was another really good 5-star series for me, but since I only have the first 2, I don't feel that sad getting rid of it because it's not like I had the complete collection anyway. I think I'm gonna get rid of Crave. I have never thought about it again. Same as Fable, same as these ones. Okay, that's cleared the top of my bookshelf. Now we will not be touching any of these. These are my prized possession books. Fourth Wing series, Akatar series, and then up here is my Magnolia, and then all my romances like Emily Henry and Abby Jimenez. So I won't be touching any of that. But what I will be touching, can you see the double stacked behind the front display? That's what I need to go through because I don't remember what's in there. Oh, Keeping Babel for sure. I just did my 6-month reading wrap up, and this was one of the highest rated books for 2026 so far. So definitely go check that out, but I will not be chucking this. A lot of these I read recently. This I didn't love. I feel like it's a classic that everyone kind of talks about and knows, so I kind of want to keep it. Think I can get rid of Law. I think I bought it from one of those secondhand book fairs that Lifeline holds years ago, and my bookmark is literally still in it because I never finished it. And I think at that point it's just time to get rid of it. Shatter Me, didn't love, but in year 10 my friends and I annotated it, and we passed it around 3 times, and we each used a different color pen, and then we went through the annotations at the end, and I just can't get rid of that because it is full of memories, even though it wasn't the best book. This book was like a 3 stars, and I got it in a blind book date that I did with my friends. Dimmix kind of covered it and put hints on the front, and this is the book I got. I don't want to get rid of it because it is really cute, and it wasn't a terrible read, so I think I'm going to keep it. Time for the second stack. I think I need to donate this, which really breaks my heart because I just bought it and it has a lot of memories because I bought it overseas. And I don't know about you, but anytime I buy something from overseas, every time I look at it, I remember, you know, what we were doing that day and all the memories. But I just didn't enjoy it. It was like a 2.75 and it's never gonna read it again. But it does make me sad. I think I'm going to get rid of Swordcatcher by Cassandra Clare. I loved Cassandra Clare's Shadowhunter series. I've read it like 2 times through. I was obsessed with it, but I just didn't really love this book, and I've never thought about it again. June, I bought when the movie came out years and years ago, and I tried to read it and I just couldn't do it, but my friend was recently talking about doing a buddy read of it now that we're a little bit older and maybe have more of an understanding of what's going on. So I think I'm actually going to hang on to this one in case we ever do that buddy read. I'm also going to get rid of these 2. Time to put these back. I've actually decided to get rid of these 2 as well. I've revisited them. I forgot I even owned it, and that's a sign that it needs to go. I've just taken out Good Material by Dolly Alderton from this front display, and I actually think I'm going to get rid of this one too because I didn't love it when I read it. The cover is so cute, not my fave, and none of my friends have ever talked about it or asked for it, so I don't think it's one that I'll miss. I think next we're going to tackle the big stack of books on my floor because I know that all of these are old books that I don't need or use anymore. So all of these types of books, these as well. I loved the Wonder series, but I just don't need it. As a kid, I was also obsessed with the Twisted Tale series where they take a known Disney tale and turn it dark. So this one's on Ariel, this one's Beauty and the Beast, and I honestly really enjoyed them, but again, don't need them. This is Little House on a Prairie. It's so random, but I kind of want to keep it just because it's beautiful. Like, it's got a little ribbon. She's a little dusty. It's like a classic and it's beautiful, so I think I'm going to keep it. This was the Series of Unfortunate Events series, which were my prized possession as a kid. I'm not sure if I should keep them or not. I'm never going to read them, but I loved them. We have quite the stack of books on my bed, but we have one more shelf to go, and that's this bottom shelf. Almost there. All of these I read recently. We'll be keeping all of those. This is Pride and Prejudice, which I got at a secondhand bookstore. I think it's a cute classic, so I'm going to keep it. And this is just beautiful, so I think I'm going to keep it too. From this pile, I'm going to get rid of The Grace Year, The Dictionary of Lost Words by Pip Williams. I unfortunately just didn't like it. I think I'm going to get rid of The Night Circus as well. The Maid. I didn't get to finish this book, I just didn't love it. Wow, so this is what we're going to be donating to the little street libraries. I'm not sure if they'll be able to handle all of these books. I'm not going to do that today, but stay tuned and I will vlog it for you guys when I do. If you're waiting for this street library crawl, don't worry, that's still coming in this video, and I'll put timestamps in the description so you can skip ahead if you want. But I just thought I would talk about my current read, which is a new release, No Matter What by Cara Bastone. I'm reading it on my Kindle. I've read a couple others by her. I think Promise Me Sunshine, and I'm pretty sure Out on a Limb is also by her. Didn't love both of those. I thought they were just cute stories, kind of like a 3 or a 4, but I'm really liking this one. I started it a couple days ago and I'm already 54% through. I've just been eating it up. It follows Vin and Roz, who are married, but their marriage is falling apart after they got into a really fatal accident. This isn't a spoiler, this is all in the blood, but what intrigued me was that the story's about them trying to fix their marriage instead of just finding other people. I feel like so often in stories, when a marriage isn't working or something, you know, they each find someone else and then they agree to just end the marriage. But I really like how Roz and Vin are trying to save their marriage, because at the end of the day, they still really love each other. The accident just put such a damper on the relationship, and the other issue that has uncovered is that Vin really is bad at communicating his feelings. So when they're trying to have a deep conversation about it, Roz just wants to speed him along to figure out what he's trying to say, and Vin really takes his time and is intentional with his words. I don't know, I'm really liking their dynamic, and I feel like I can really understand and see their situation, and the way Vin shows he still loves Roz through his actions instead of saying it. I feel like I relate to Roz in that she likes to have it said to her, and I feel like I do as well. I think words of affirmation might be one of my top love languages, and so for her, she's understood that and is trying to read into his actions to see what he's trying to say. I don't know if that sounds really boring or not, but it is so interesting. Roz is really funny. Her internal dialogue is just all over the place. Like, the inside of her brain runs at 1,000,000 miles per hour. It makes for a really entertaining read. And yeah, I just feel like I'm rooting for them too, which is nice in a book, because sometimes if you're not rooting for the main couple, then the book kind of just falls flat. But I feel like I really want them to figure things out and get back to how they were. And we do get a little bit of Vin's perspective too, and it's written in a way that you don't know that it's Vin's perspective. It sounds like he's, oh, hello. It sounds like he's teaching a class or something, or speaking to an audience about his relationship with Roz. I don't know how to really explain it, but we do get a little bit inside his head. So yeah, that is my current read, a new release. I think the average rating on Goodreads is lower than all of her other ones, but for me, I'm enjoying it a lot more than her other ones, which is so interesting. And yeah, I am planning to do the Street Library dump next week, which I'll definitely film for you guys. Just arrived at the first street library. I've looked up a bunch of addresses that are kind of close together, and I've made a bit of a loop for myself. So I'm just going to drive to each one and then see how many books they can hold. Hopefully a lot, because you guys saw how many books I have. I sent some photos of the books to my friends and to people in my life. A few people have actually taken some books, which is good. So we do have maybe 8 or so less to do, but the rest will have to go into these little libraries. This one that I just drove past looks pretty full, so let's go see how much we can fit. I think in this one I'm gonna take these 2 books and these 2. I'm gonna try keep series together, so if people want the full series, there's the option. literally only fit 2 in that one. Not off to a great start. Okay guys, this one is like huge, so we're gonna put in Fable, Crave, and these ones from before, and I'm gonna grab more from my car. 1 bag down, 3 to go. I have got 3 more street libraries left on my list, so let's hope that I can fit the rest of my books in there, but I do still have 3 bags. At that huge one that I showed you, I ended up doing 3 loads there because I was like, I need to take my opportunity now that I've got this massive double one, because usually they're quite small. I'm hoping we find another big one along the way. Let's go to our next destination. Okay, I've just put up in front of the next one and it is honestly so full, so I think I'm gonna bring Wildwood, do the Lost Bookshop, and maybe Chai Time at Cinnamon Gardens. That is another bag done. My friend also texted me that she wants this book, so it's 1 less book that we have to donate. And I've done all the single books. The only things left are 2 series that I have, which are quite big, which is why they haven't fit in any of the libraries. They're like 6 books each, so I've got 1 more stock. If I can fit them in, that would be great. If not, I might go drop them off at a Vinnie's actual shop. I thought I would give my review on No Matter What by Cara Bastone. Sorry, the World Cup is on in the back. World Cup is on in the background, and Uruguay is currently tied up with Capo Verde, and I'm Uruguayan, so obviously I'm a little bit tense. I wanted to give my book review on No Matter What by Cara Bastone. I finished it a few days ago and I am still thinking about it because I spoke about it a little bit earlier, so I thought I would do a follow-up. Everything I was saying earlier was still true. I think I was saying just how much I was loving it and reading it so quickly, and that sustained the whole way through the book. I ended up rating it a 4.75. It wasn't quite a 5 for some reason. It was pretty close. I kind of already explained what it was about earlier, so I won't go into that, but I just loved how real and raw this book was. It just felt really vulnerable, and there was a lot of miscommunication, and people in the reviews were saying that that really frustrated them and brought the rating down, but I normally hate miscommunication, but I didn't find it too frustrating this time because it just felt realistic. It just felt like a conversation that anyone could be having with their partner. I was just rooting for Vin and Roz the whole time. I think I said that before as well, but I just loved them and I just wanted them to get back to where they were. I feel like I could relate to both of them. Not that I've been in a traumatic accident, but kind of reading into things that weren't there and misinterpreting things, and I feel like I enjoyed reading that type of representation on the page. It was just the sweetest book. It was also just so funny, and the internal dialogue that Cara Bastone wrote honestly was making me laugh sometimes. It's just the best book. I would look up trigger warnings. It speaks about PTSD because they both suffered a fatal accident and they're navigating the challenges of that, and that was another really sweet thing to see them do that together. As soon as I finished it, I was like, I want to buy the physical copy and just annotate it and underline all my favorite quotes because I highlighted so many. It's just one that I want to own physically, and I can see myself doing so many rereads of it in the future. Yeah, it was just the sweetest book. I highly recommend.